Hello and welcome back to the Bricks Hub. Today we're just going to be having a quick look at some of the modifications for the new LEGO Slave 1 set that I've come up with. Just to address the elephant in the room, the ship is still actually called the Slave 1 in canon. I don't know what some people on the internet have been trying to push, but it is still called the Slave 1. The only thing is, in the LEGO set, they're calling it Boba Fett Starship, because you won't really want kids having that on their birthday Christmas lists and stuff. So it kind of makes sense for LEGO to make that change, but it's not actually changing the name in canon. It's still on the Star Wars databank and still in the Clone Wars episodes of the Slave 1. So obviously, as by the title of this video, you can tell I've been doing some mods to this set. I'm not 100% pleased with it, and I think while most of it is pretty good, there's a few major things that I think just need touching up just to make it look a bit better. The first major thing, I'd probably say the most important change, is the guns down here. One thing that the original set has, if you just have a quick look at them here, is these really just awkward, lightsaber pieces stuck onto those pieces down there, because they're trying to make them as thin as possible. But this is a really awkward build. Go closer here. So I decided to simplify it a little bit and make it a little bit more accurate, with the colours especially. And this, I'd say, is actually a little bit more durable as well. Okay, these can be quite thin and quite spindly, these pieces. But once you have all of these on and connected on with a connection like this, they're not really going to be going anywhere, and you can still angle them and you can still do exactly what you want with them, really. And they look a bit more accurate to boot as well, especially since they're a better size. Next major change really would be the backside. The engines on the original just really aren't great. I'll show you them again. Just tabbing back over. Look at this. That's just really not up to standard. And I think the major problem here is the handle. Personally, I don't think these sets really need a handle, and this handle isn't particularly good anyway. It doesn't pull out very far. So as long as you just hold it by the bottom section and you just want this more for a display model, I think there's a lot of things that you can change on here. Unfortunately, I've not really been able to find any other solution for the cockpit. I think the cockpit doesn't actually look that bad. It took me a while to get used to it, but I think it looks a lot better in this darker colour like it does in previous sets. I would have actually preferred if the UCS Slave 1 had a trans black windscreen, but it's not a huge deal breaker. But I think I was happy with how that is here. Another major change is I got rid of the stud shooters here, because I'm not a big fan of stud shooters, as probably you can all tell, because I keep removing them from all my modified builds. But also, I don't think that they really represent the weapons on the Slave 1. I don't think they do a particularly good job with them. So I think I just put one of these pieces in, messed around a little bit here, but you still got room if you do want to put some guns, because there are definitely still some blasters here on the actual thing itself, but I just don't really think they work well here. I also just added a little bit of these. Just looks a bit smoother than whatever they are on the original. In the original, they're just kind of like these two just random 1x2s just stuck on the side here, not looking very good. So yeah, it's these are all little changes, and I've provided all the instructions for them as well, but I just think they all go a long way. And just one last thing before I move on to the instructions, feel free to leave comments or any just feedback in the comments section below. I've been getting a lot more comments recently, and it's been really helpful to kind of find out what people like, what people don't like, what stuff would you rather have. I've been doing a lot more Godzilla videos because I've had quite a few comments on those. So if you want more Star Wars videos, because I know there are quite a few LEGO Star Wars fans here, feel free to just leave some comments and ask just sort of stuff that I can try out. I can't guarantee I can do everything that the people in the comments say, but I genuinely want to try, because you guys are great, you're my fans, so I really want to try stuff out and keep you all happy.